For the past 5 years, audiences have been riveted, and it is riveting, by the trials and tribulations of Walter White on the AMC drama Breaking Bad. But a lot of attention, both good and bad, has been directed at his wife, Skyler, with the series now just 2 episodes away from its conclusion. Oh, no. I sat down with Anna Gunn. She's the Emmy-nominated actress and the mother of 2 daughters, who plays Skyler as she gets ready for Sunday's big award show.
My name is Walter Hartwell White. To all law enforcement entities, this is not an admission of guilt.
For the past 6 seasons, Breaking Bad has told the story of a bland, unassuming high school chemistry teacher diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. In order to support his family, Walter White decides to start cooking crystal meth.
You and I will not make garbage. We will produce a chemically pure and stable product that performs as advertised.
Along the way, he transforms into one of New Mexico's biggest, baddest drug lords, leaving in his wake a high body count and a family in turmoil.
I will count every minute that the kids are away from here, away from you, as a victory.
Emmy nominee Anna Gunn plays Walter's wife, Skyler, who starts the series oblivious to his extracurricular activities. By the end, she's complicit in her husband's crimes. When you first read her character, what did you think of her?
She and Walt, I think, are very similar people in the pilot. They're people whose dreams were both deferred. They're disappointed. They're kind of downtrodden. And Walt deals with it by, he's kind of put his head down and almost given up. And Skyler deals with it by trying to take charge and control things and manage things and figure things out.
Yeah, she's very in control and acts like everything is fine.
Right.
Everything is fine.
Right. That's her way of dealing. And that's not necessarily a person that will make people feel warm and fuzzy, but it's a person that is understandable. I understood that kind of person.
Look, listen, let's talk about warm and fuzzy, because, Anna, people don't like you. They don't like your character. I mean, you've been described as shrew, harpy, annoying bitch wife.
Yep.
I've never hated a TV show character as much as I hate her. These are all things that people have written about you. And at some point, it got so vicious that it even turned to you personally, where someone said, "Tell me where I can find Anna Gunn so I can kill her." Did it scare you?
It didn't scare me at first. It started to scare me a little bit more down the line. I wondered how people could perceive a character who was trying to keep her kids safe, who had been trapped by this man in this situation, lied to, manipulated, why people would become that angry about a fictional character, that it would come to the point where personal threats and attacks were being made. And it was disturbing to me.
She took a turn.
And then she took a turn, and then she shows her own flaws. But yet, when she started to turn and have her own flaws and her own foibles, she was judged so much more harshly. And to me, that's when I started to look at the issue and think, wait a minute, what's going on here? Why are people judging this woman by these standards, but they're judging the man who's doing these things by these standards? What is that saying?
And hurting people and killing people.
Gunn isn't the only actress dealing with criticism like this. Edie Falco caught flack from fans when she played Carmela in The Sopranos. So did January Jones for her portrayal of. Gunn addressed the issue in an op-ed for the New York Times.
I think that it just brings up the question, which is why I wrote the op-ed piece, about that there is still a double standard, that there is still a way that we see men and women differently. I never would have written an op-ed piece for the New York Times before this.
Anna Gunn, yes.
I never would have done that.
I know, what was that like? Anna Gunn, New York Times.
I never would have dreamed of doing that. I think it pointed up to me that this is still alive, that we don't necessarily talk about it as much as perhaps we should. And because I was at the center of the firestorm, essentially, I thought that it was time for me to say something about it.
As a little kid growing up, was acting something you always wanted to do?
I always loved storytelling. It was a big thing in my family. And I suddenly realized that that was the part of storytelling that I wanted to go into. I loved it so much that it never occurred to me to do anything else. It was something that really did burn inside me from the beginning.
Do you think you're good at it?
I do. I do. I do.
I like that you own that. I like that you do.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's important. I mean, it took me a while to get there because sometimes we're taught that we shouldn't own those things.
Yes.
But I feel like I dedicated myself to study, and I kept going at my craft. I always feel like there's room for improvement, but I feel like I'm good at what I do, and more importantly, I love it. I rented this place and I started bringing it here because I didn't know what else to do. I gave up counting it. I mean, I had to. It was just so much.
Are you ready to let her go as we wind down? Are you ready to let Skylar White go?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I think there were times that I myself wanted Skylar to do more or to do things differently, but I understood her. I really did.
We are, I think, 2 episodes away from the finale. I am bursting out of my seat because I can't imagine how this is going to end. Are you satisfied with how it ends? Will all the loose ends be tied up?
All the loose ends are tied up.
It'll all be explained.
Yeah, yeah. And I think, again, I have been blown away every
season.
season.
Does anyone die?
Well, here's what happens. Okay.
Will there be a musical number?
Since it's you, Gail.
Will there be a musical close?
Here's the thing. You'll never expect it. There's a huge musical number. We all go dancing off down the street.
Yes.
Who's her competition for the Emmy?
She's got Christine Baranski, The Good Wife, Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones, Anna Gunn, of course, Christina Hendricks, Mad Men, and Marina Baccarin from Homeland. So the competition is tough. But Anna Gunn, this is her last time that she could win for this particular category right now. So we'll see.
Great.
We'll see how she and all... You watch the show, Charlie.
I do.
You watch Breaking Bad. 2 more episodes left. I don't know. We'll see how Anna Gunn and all the nominees do at the 65th Emmy Awards.